Hello everyone and welcome to the To Explore Wellness channel. Today we're going to be making spiced protein donuts and they are just absolutely gorgeous and taste amazing too. I mean, just look at these. Let's get started. As you'll see, not only are these donuts made with wholesome ingredients, but just look at how soft and fluffy they are. These easily became a favorite in my house, and I bet they will in yours too. Part of what keeps these so fluffy is the use of pumpkin puree. Plus, it's a great source of fiber and adds a delicious subtle flavor. The nut butter also provides a great texture, but you really can't taste this addition to the dish. I also love using Greek yogurt in baking because not only does it add in extra protein, but it actually works as a replacement of oil in many recipes, keeping that moist texture without adding a lot of fat. So I used egg whites in this recipe, but if you choose, you can feel free to use a whole egg. Flax milk is also usually my preference in baking simply because of its health benefits. It's high in omega-3s, and I personally love the taste of flax seeds in baking as well. While I'm mixing up the wet ingredients, I'd love to hear what your favorite donut is. This one easily became one of my favorites here at home. And make sure you also subscribe so you don't miss out on any recipes. Oh, and thank goodness, I remembered the maple syrup. The last liquid ingredient is going to help add a natural sweetness to these, keeping them refined sugar-free. Plus, the maple syrup adds a great flavor palette to this recipe. The dry ingredients get added next, and first up is the vanilla protein powder. You can also use a cinnamon flavor if you have it. Did you know that the type of protein powder you use in baking can actually heavily alter the outcome? I used to use just whey and wondered why all of my recipes were so dry until I realized that a whey casein blend bakes a lot better, so that's what I now use in my recipes. I'll leave a link for you in the description in case you need a recommendation. I also used a few different spices in this recipe, but a gingerbread spice works great for just a simple addition. I actually made a homemade version, and you can check out my shorts to see the ingredients that I used for it. When baking, especially with protein powder, it's really important to make sure you mix until well combined and don't overmix, because it can actually dry out your final outcome. Now I have a serious question. Are you the kind of person that cleans up as you go when you're cooking, or do you clean up at the end? If I have a break while something's baking in the oven, I'll definitely wash some dishes, but otherwise I like to clean up after I finish enjoying my dish. Now, before we get these donuts in the oven, we just need to go ahead and carefully place the batter in the molds. I got these stunning molds, and I'll go ahead and also share a link to them for you because they honestly make these donuts spectacularly beautiful. While the donuts are baking, you have a great opportunity to get your other ingredients prepared. For this, I made a maple protein glaze and chopped up some pecans. Do you say pecans or pecans? I don't know. I've gotten used to saying both at this point. Anyway, so I went ahead and chopped up pecans, and then I made my glaze with just a little bit of vanilla protein powder, some flax milk, and some maple syrup. You want to make sure that you get the right consistency so that your glaze isn't too thick and it's not too runny either. You want it to just kind of slightly drip down your donuts. So I found that approximately equal parts liquid and equal parts protein powder made a really great consistency for this glaze. Once you've got that perfect consistency created, you're gonna go ahead and just take a spoon and put it all over the top edge of your donuts. You can also use a flat bowl or plate to put the glaze on and dip the tops of the donuts in as well. I think that the drip just looks really gorgeous with this particular donut mold. Make sure that pretty soon after you add your glaze on top, you also add your chopped pecans because your glaze will dry out and you want to make sure that your pecans stick to the donut really well. And you'll find that these donuts are so delicious, so wholesome, so healthy, and packed with protein that you can actually eat this for breakfast and not get that sugar crash that you'll probably get from eating one of the regular donuts you might get from the store. I really hope you enjoyed making this dish with me. Make sure to check the caption for the full recipe, as well as calories, macronutrients, and links to products. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to ensure you don't miss any easy, healthy, and delicious recipes. See you next time.